Hello everyone and welcome back to the stream. I decided spontaneously that I'd start streaming a bit earlier. And that's just because I will definitely, having more time on this will definitely help me. Well, hopefully, as you might know, I try to get this shiny hunt to work for like a couple of times now, and for some reason it just didn't work out. Sometimes that just happens, unfortunately. But I will not give up, and let's hope that I'll get it today. So without any further ado, let's start. Alright, so I already set... Oh, hang on. For some reason my Ian timer does not make any sound. That's not good. Weird how these things work before I start the recording, and then suddenly they just don't. And now they are also not doing it. Alright, let me rectify this really quickly. Right, so the frame that I'm looking for, the first, is going to be the 3571. Delay is 85. I already set the correct values, everything in Pokefinder. There we go. Now it's properly working. Hey there, Kaiser Kamazin. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Shout out to my Patreon, Kaiser Kamazin. Yeah, I thought that maybe I should stream a bit earlier today. Then I'll have a bit more time, more stream time. Hopefully the Voltorb will, at least one will get caught today. Well, let's see what happens. I do definitely know that the I can get it because I did try and test it offline. So should be good. So let's see where this takes us. There's 3 Voltorb in this, let's say, dungeon. It's the new Marvel Underground. And I'll try to get 3 different shinies. Fell asleep yesterday's stream. I thought so because you were present, and then you just didn't type anything in the chat, so I assumed. But yeah, that's a good thing, you got some sleep. Aren't university holidays, the break, the summer break, isn't that soon for you, Kaiser Kamazin? I remember you telling me it was in June, but I don't know if that memory is correct. Or maybe I'm mixing it up with someone else. So the first frame only has a waiting time of barely under a minute. You see next stage 59 seconds. So, I mean, it can still last a long time. See, this is not the correct frame. But let's see, I won't give up. Not sure, still not sure if I'll be able to stream tomorrow. My mother did request me returning to my old, my parents' house on Friday evening. But let's see how that goes. Maybe I'll be able to get the Voltorb, and then maybe I'll get the Why Not tomorrow pretty quickly. Or maybe I could also try and stream a bit earlier tomorrow. Oh, so break is going on right now, I see. I've been off for about 2 weeks. So well deserved. Hopefully you could wind down a bit and just calm down, get rest, get your mind into a better state. I know how it is when you are in university after an exam period. Usually my brain was just on fire afterwards. No, that's not a shiny. Let's try again. But yeah, as with RNG manipulation, what I always like to say to my viewers is the fact that you essentially have infinite tries. You can try as much as you'd like until there's no more entropy left in the universe, I guess. Hopefully it won't take me that long. That would be absolutely ridiculous. I don't think so. But hopefully it will be tonight. So I'll be this one that I'm hunting right now. That's gonna be a star one. The next one is gonna be a square one. And the last one, well, let's see. There's a third frame pretty late. I will probably, maybe, if things go smoothly, I'll attempt to get that frame as well. Let's see where this goes. Part of me is starting to become bored and depressed because of the break, and another is very happy I'm free. Yeah, I know about that dichotomy. Yeah, it's complicated to explain if you've never gone through it. Most of my friends are at my university, of course, so it's weird not seeing them almost every day. Oh yeah, that too, then you don't get to socialize with them. Yeah, I can definitely see how that is a bit problematic, but how long will the break be? You said it's gonna be a long one. Usually I remember the semester breaks also being really long, like a couple of months even. And I did my studies in Germany. I didn't go to a university in Luxembourg. And there they have a law basically that you need to give the students enough time to be able to have a part-time or just a job to be able to finance the studies, even though, well, the my university fees were really a joke compared to what people in the US have to pay. You know what a semester costs at university in Germany, in Trier? That cost me about 300 euros per semester. And that's it. People say that it's free. Well, technically, yes. But then you get grants for free that basically you don't have to pay back from the state that you can ask for. And that way, if you don't get rid of all that money and you don't spend it before that, well, then you technically can go to university for free. That is definitely a thing. But it really also depends on where and what kind of university. Nope, that is not what I want. I want a blue and white ball. Don't get good social interaction that isn't online. That's very unfortunate. I like the people I work with are very nice, but they aren't my people, you know. Yeah, I understand. Online interaction isn't exactly the same. No, it's through a screen, and even so, I mean, I do understand that happened to me as well. I mean, you know James, right? And we started out as internet friends, and now we're real life friends as well. But still, I actually prefer hanging out with him now in real life, because that's just more fun to have the actual person in front of you than just typing through a screen. And I'm saying that as a introverted artist. Can't believe there's people out there having less social skills than I do. So I at least have some sort of excuse, and they don't. Hey there, Amit. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Glad to see you. Alright, let's try again. break lasts from May 15th to August 15th. Oh wow, yeah, that's a long time, definitely. Multiple 300 by 100 and you have my semester cost. What? Wait, are you serious? You're paying $30,000 per semester? $30,000. So that's $60,000 per year. And because you're in a medical field, I assume you're gonna be studying for at least minimum five years. So that's 60,000 times 5, 300,000. Holy crap. That's a lot of money. Wow. Oh, and you also have interest on your loans, right? For university, because that is different in Luxembourg. You can get the loans you take for university, they have 0 interest. And I did find out when talking about this with other students from other countries that apparently that is not normal even in Europe. You're doing well, that's great. 25,000 per semester, ouch. That's a lot of money. You can get a very good new car for that. Jeez. And it's not even a private university, I'd assume, because apparently also state universities in the US are also very expensive. Well, imagine going through that and then failing some exam and then you have, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt and you don't even have a degree. Jeez, I know that has to be a reality for some people out there. But you know, they have money for wars and other frivolous nonsense. But for giving student debt, nah. Crazy, it's just really hard for me to... Well, I mean, there's nothing to understand because it isn't really rational, to be honest, to having to pay that much money to get a tertiary education. That alone is just, why? But, I have a feeling that you also have interest on that. And I read stories, and I don't know how accurate that is, but I assume it is, where students, especially medical students or ex-students because they're done with university, because of the interest on their loan, they had essentially paid off the original loan, but because of the interest, they still have to pay thousands of dollars more. And it's basically a rat race. It's a never-ending story. It's just, when are you ever gonna be free from paying for that? It's just insane. That's for A, legal, and B, that is just no one questions it. Or, I mean, there are a lot of people that question it, but nothing's really done about it. Poor guys, it's really, I mean, people, I commonly read comments about, I'm so glad being born in the US, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I think these people don't know that the US isn't the only first world country in the world, and don't take this in a bad way, any American viewer right now, but I don't know, the US strikes me as a third world country cosplaying as a first world country, because there's just things happening there that usually you only see happening in third world countries. But to be fair, the first, second and third world distinction, I'm not a fan of using that, or I don't really agree with the categorization of that. In Iraq, university is around $800, but for some university, my family will put me in a special university that costs more than $2,000. 2,000 per semester. Well, that's still somewhat doable. But yeah, that is 10 times more expensive than the university I went to. It's a reality. I had a friend who failed a semester pretty much and now has $20,000 of debt for college. He can't even attend anymore because he was kicked out of it. Oh no. Oh no, that's so... Oh. My condolences, that must suck so much. Jeez. And then even with the crappy wages that you get, it's just a never-ending story. You're never gonna get out of that debt, I assume. Some reason I mistook a semester for a year. Ah, okay. 12,000. Well, that's still not bad. 12,500 is a lot of money. Don't think the US is a third world country. I would say it's more accurately an empire in decline. Yeah, it's also an empire in decline. I just say it's a third world country because of your non-existent healthcare and the abundance of the crime rate, extreme crime rates, and just if you look into crimes, there's just, if you find something that's absolutely insane, usually 9 times out of 10 it comes out of a third world country, and a lot of times the US is also among that. So it does share a lot of trends that you usually only see in third world or underdeveloped, as they say, countries. $2,000 for the whole thing from start. Oh, well that is actually cheap. That's cheaper than the university I went to. And I went to a state university in Rhineland-Palatinate, so in Trier. Wasn't a fancy private one. I didn't really need to do that. You don't have any need for that. I don't know a lot of people who go to private universities in Europe. Usually people that go to that are because they need a very specific diploma, and private universities are maybe the only one where you can get it, but other than that, no one's really going there. But 2,000 for the whole thing? That is really good. So, do you already know what you wanna study, Ahmed? Because there are a lot of misconceptions that non-Americans have about America, which is normal for people from any country that isn't nearby in their home country. Yeah, that's true. I probably also have some misconceptions about the US. So I'm always open to learn new things, or my ego isn't shattered if I learn that I'm wrong. But there's just some things that I don't know, it's a culture shock to me, some things that happen over there. Remember, 12,500 per semester is after I have to pay taxes, car and gas, food, rent, all of that stuff. It's a lot of money, yeah. Yeah, the 12,500, that's just for the university. That doesn't cover your taxes, doesn't cover the car, doesn't cover anything else. So I assume you also have a dorm room close to university, or maybe an apartment. Because it is very common that you don't study at a university where you're close from. Usually you go somewhere a bit farther away. So I'm trying to calculate in my head. If I was about 230 euros per semester for me, and that is twice per year, so 460 euros per year. Yeah, so my studies cost me 2,300 euros. Which, that's all paid back right now. Of course it is, that's just really that's pretty easy to do, even though it is a lot of money. Crime rate is only really high in the cities, and it really depends on which city you're talking about. Additionally, some cities like Chicago and St. Louis have very high crime rates. Yeah, it really depends on... I've seen that. It's more in cities, concentrated around cities or in cities rather than rural. Come on, I can do this. Aren't exactly accurate. Crime that to that rate occurs in specific parts of the city, not the entire thing. Additionally, if they are counting suburbs, it can inflate or deflate this crime rate. Ah, okay. So, yeah, it depends on the suburbs then, I assume. Some suburbs maybe are more criminal than others. To be fair, crime is just... I mean, I'm of the opinion that the system that we have right now incentivizes people to commit crimes, because I've talked to a homeless person once who went to jail because he stole things like phones and wallets, things from pieces from cars. And he made 30,000 euros per month that way. Per month, 30,000 euros. So he, by being a thief, a pickpocket and a thief, and and reselling all these things, he made more money than a doctor does. So I'm not saying that's an excuse, absolutely not. Please do not misunderstand me in this aspect. But I mean, we do need to raise the wages. If you want to incentivize, just normal work doesn't really pay, and that's why people do stupid things like insurance fraud and pickpocketing and all that. Because if working hard just doesn't give you anything, gives you more work, and that's it. Right, 6 seconds, let's see. Oh yeah, the mental health care, that's another thing that also doesn't help. University in my family... Sorry, had the timer on. University in my family want me is not private or anything, but it's run by people from Europe and America, where you only speak English in every place in this university. Ah, okay, so that's very close to the university my brother went through in the Netherlands for his master degree. Even though it was in the Netherlands, the whole course and everything that this course was in English, not in Dutch. Healthcare is existent and probably the best in the world. Really? By what metric is it the best? It is the best in the world if you're rich, but I don't know, does that count? However, it's private, so you can be denied insurance for any reason because it's private, not state-owned. This costing you thousands. Well, you don't get... like, Breaking Bad wouldn't even work. The premise of the show Breaking Bad wouldn't work in Europe. Because if you get cancer, well, that is, of course, terrible. But, I mean, it won't bankrupt you. It won't go eat through all of your savings. That's just not a thing. That's why the premise of the show Breaking Bad is was a joke when it was new in Europe. Everyone was like, oh, that never happens. But, well, in the US it does. We'll say that mental health care is non-existent in the US, which also doesn't help with people committing crimes. Because we're raising criminals in a way, aren't we? With everything being alienated, atomized, everything, you need to drive everywhere, you don't have third places to form communities, Everyone's off to work for the whole day. They don't have time for creative endeavors. That's just a ticking time bomb. Not defending the US, however, just sometimes people imagine the US as like an anarchy. I wish I wish it was anarchy. And it's very much not so. It's just what the media wants to present to make people worried and view more. Yeah, definitely the either rage baiting articles or the just generally fear mongering. Hey there, Classic. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Glad to see you. Remember, as a child, I tried to steal money from my pocket, so I grabbed him from his arm. I told him, "Do you think this money can help you with a broken arm?" Because I broke his arm with pride. Ah, okay, so a child tried to steal money from you. That's really sad, yeah. I've seen that in Berlin. The only time I was in Berlin was when there were a band of pickpockets, and they essentially tell their kids to go pickpocket. It's just really freaking sad. Nope, that's not what I want. I want a shiny. Best in the world, I am judging it on skill of workers, level of technology and treatments available, and number of hospitals present. Okay, yeah, I do get that metric is not bad, yeah. What makes the US healthcare so awful is simply that the insurance and such is privatized, so yes, only the rich can actually access this healthcare. It's really horrible. Yeah, it's a two-class... I mean, we are living in a class segregated culture. Not only in the US, we also have some really unfair and corrupted things going on in Luxembourg. I mean, our prime minister had a private dinner with one of the most notorious landlords, maybe even a slumlord, if you want to call him that, who owns way too much real estate, and they are overcharging way too much. It's just crazy, and they just had a private dinner, and of course nothing's gonna happen. Politicians always say, "Oh, we're gonna do something about the housing crisis." No, they don't. They don't do anything. It's gonna be banks and rich people getting bailed out again. And the cycle continues. We're at the political rants again, aren't we? Guys, if you ever wish to kick someone in the nuts, tell him, what does the nutcracker say to the nuts? It says, "Crack, and will you say it, kick him?" Okay? Not sure if I understand what you're trying to say, but I mean, I had to do it as a kid because boys thought it was fair to fight against a girl, and well, I know that you have that weakness. Don't be mad at me when I exploit it. I'm out here changing my ways. In what ways are you changing your ways? Instead of playing violent video games, playing nice calm cinematic ones. Oh, that's nice. What games are you playing? Okay, and the visual thing on the timer doesn't work anymore. And now everyone goes to politics. Sorry, Classic. I mean, we can change the topic if you don't want to hear us rambling about politics. That's okay. The US has some of the highest amount of cancer research and treatment centers, and yet people with cancer can't be cured because they broke their thumb 20 years ago, and that allows them to be denied insurance. That is, yeah, that's just insane. That just can't get into my head. I just won't accept it. That's just, yeah, it's insane. I mean, I'm at a loss for words there. What else can I say? It's a joke. Yeah, too autistic for that. Sorry, Ahmed. Not even entirely kidding about the thumb thing. Yeah, I believe you. I've read things like that. Not exactly that, but you can be denied for anything if they find something to prevent you from getting healthcare. Okay, I'll restart Ian timer because it's doing stupid things again. Will you work out now? No. I want audio visual, please. Now let's go for metronome, just for the lulz. No, I want audio visual. Why don't you do that? No, I don't. I'm not sure if you can hear the Ian timer sound, but last time people said apparently you can't hear it, which, I mean, you don't need to hear it. Oh, oops. This is not the right one. We're generation 3, not 4. And now we're having the tick one. Well, I don't care. We can ignore my COD Vietnam playlist while holding down a trigger till 116 bullets leave my mag from my barrel face. Jeez. You have a Vietnam playlist? What's inside the Vietnam playlist? Is it just like a mood setter? Is it depressing music? Is it war sounds? There's a playlist for basically everything lately, isn't there? The root of the American healthcare problem is insurance. It's hate it. I also hate it, and I've never been susceptible to it because I've never even set foot in America, and I hate it because it's just, if you're poor, well, too bad you can't get healthcare, and that's just, I don't understand the logic behind that. We also have stupid insurances, but not with healthcare. If you judge in availability of healthcare by cost, then the healthcare is pretty poor. Yeah, that is also a metric when people say the US has the best healthcare. I don't know, you pay... I mean, yeah, I'm not denying that you have some of the best research out there, that just by the virtue of having that many good universities in your country, but I've seen bills for you getting a Baxter for $300 US, and that's just... Do you know how much that costs to get a Baxter for the hospital? That costs like under 50 cents, not more. Maybe even less, because they buy it in huge bulk and they get, they don't have to pay that many taxes on it, and TVA and all that. It's just, I don't know, that's... Also, the game is called Sky Children of Light. I don't think I've heard of that. Glad I'm looking at the good things in life. Yeah, that definitely gets you in a better headspace. It's available on Switch, mobile and PC. Okay, now you've piqued my interest. Sky Children of Light. Or Sky Children of the Light. Ah, I've seen pictures of it, but I didn't know it was called that. Okay. It's great, but confusing. Yeah, these, I guess it's a very open-ended game where you can basically explore a lot. And these games can sometimes be very artsy and confusing, but it is part of the experience. Perhaps the worst in the world by that metric. Yeah. $300 for a Baxter. That costs a couple of cents is insane. Very strange how you can have such advanced hospitals and treat enemy nobody can use because it costs so much money. Well, it's also just someone talking to a doctor, and he charged like almost thousands of dollars. And wait, how is this legal? Check the Discord for some screenshots I got in the game. Alright, I'll check them. I assume you posted them in general. Yeah, you did. It's really nice. I'll definitely check that one out. Maybe I'll like it as well. Grandma got life-saving surgery when she was around 55 years old. It costed $120,000. What? She had to declare bankruptcy? Jeez. Oh, your poor grandma. Free market, yeah, free market. If you're rich, it's a very free market. If you're poor, well, too bad. And there's just things that should be regulated. Again, with politics. Yeah, my mom had back surgery and that really needed to be done. And I mean, we didn't have to pay anything. Initially, yeah, you have to pay, but the state gives you almost everything back. So in the end, you might pay, I don't know, 10 euros. I also like to share that story. I have an American friend, internet friend, who has diabetes type 1. So that's where there's two main types of diabetes. There's diabetes type 1, which is usually, which is an autoimmune disorder where your immune cells, your immune system attacks very specific cells in your pancreas that produce insulin. And these get destroyed, so the own body is not able to produce insulin. That's why they need to inject it by themselves, because the body is unable to produce it. And the second one is diabetes type 2. That's when you have a long history of bad diet and not moving around. That's a different thing. It's not an autoimmune disease in that case. That's more your cells basically becoming not immune, but they have such a high glucose tolerance that the glucose just doesn't get transferred into the cells. So it's essentially the outcome is very similar, but the treatments are different. And well, he has type 1, so it's not his fault. He didn't just eat Big Macs all the time for 20 years. So he didn't have a choice, and he has to pay over thousands of dollars to live. Because, I mean, if you don't have any insulin, you're gonna perish. You can't live, you can't survive without that. And the insulin is just way overcharged. He paid like, what was it again, what he told me? And he's taking the very cheap insulin even. I think it's $1,500 or something around that, or $1,350. I think that was the exact number. And I asked diabetics that I know in Luxembourg how much they paid, and they said, wait, maybe €3 after you get the money back. And the insulin itself costs like maybe at most €35, and that's definitely, even if you're not insured and you would be diabetic, you could still buy it without any insurance. And I mean, €35, that's definitely doable. It's not his fault, right? And then I see people in Luxembourg getting stomach reduction just so that because they just can't stop stuffing their mouths with unhealthy food, and the state pays that. That's the crazy thing. The state pays for their maladaptive addiction. Not that I judge everyone. Food addiction is a very serious thing. I'm very happy that I don't have it. And I feel bad for that, because these people who have it, because you can't really avoid food, can you? You can't avoid cigarettes. You can't avoid cannabis. You don't have to see the paraphernalia that reminds you of that every single day. But food, well, no, that's not gonna work. You need food to survive, and that's also why it's so hard to overcome. But yeah, it's just that difference is just insane. I want to hopefully make my own private hospital in America and charge way less for stuff. That would be very heroic. I also don't understand all these super rich people. Why don't they just do that? That would be much better PR. But no, they'd rather buy private jets that just make climate change worse. Just, I don't understand it. If you have that much money, don't you already have everything that you could possibly want? I had a neurologist appointment, which amounted to a reflex test and a physical for $400 US. What? That's a lot of money, wow. Just for a reflex test? I can do that for free. That's reasonable for healthcare costs. Oh, that's reasonable. $400 US is reasonable, alright, okay. Don't get me wrong, these life-saving surgeries are expensive, but they should be more than, like, $2,000. Or you should just get them paid by the state, because that's just how it should be. The government or the state has an interest in having its population be healthy, because a unhealthy person may not be able to work, so that means no income, no taxes. You have to substitute them, which just amounts to more cost for the state, so it doesn't add up, right? Moment of silence for diabetics in the US, yeah, definitely. I know you're not watching this, Eric, but I feel you. Worst nation to be diagnosed with any form of diabetes, yeah. Isn't a box of insulin 20 Canadian dollars in Canada? I read studies about the sociological effect of Americans trying to cross the Canadian border just for insulin and smuggling the insulin back into the US. And that just sounds like drug smuggling, but it's not these kind of drugs. It's not cannabis or cigarettes or anything like that. It's a life-saving drug that you absolutely need because your body is not able to produce it. And with diabetes type 1, I mean, it's not their fault, right? I could have also maybe developed it. I mean, I don't have anyone in my family who has it, but I know that you can actually get diabetes. Okay, that didn't register. Let's do it again. Really? Cut? And you got paralyzed. Oh well. But yeah, it's not your fault. You can get it by getting a specific virus as a child. Like the Epstein-Barr virus can actually provoke a autoimmune response which will leave you with diabetes type 1. And that, I mean, I could have been very unlucky and have gotten that virus before I turned 6, and then I would have been a diabetic. That's not their fault. It's not like with unhealthy eating habits, even though that's not really their fault in its entirety. I don't like that black and white thinking. It's their fault or it's not their fault. It's more nuanced, there's a lot of in-betweens. There's also a lot of reasons why you would develop a food addiction. And I mean, companies are paying billions of dollars to make their food as addictive as possible. And yet, somehow, it's the consumer's fault. Costs like a few dollars to make insulin. Yeah, they use bacteria now. Back then, it was more expensive because you needed to harvest it from the pancreas from pigs that got slaughtered. But nowadays, we have bioengineered bacteria that can produce insulin. And that, from what I've seen from the studies, costs not a lot, like almost nothing. And it's just disgusting, making profit of the health. It's just, I don't know, it disgusts me to my core, honestly, that is a thing that's happening. Are we really civilized when we do something like that? Speaking of cigarettes, I should start smoking them instead because it's better than boiling hot oil in my lungs. Oops, that was not good. I just hit it way too early. Well, I are e-cigarettes or vapes worse than actual cigarettes? I mean, both aren't really good, but I'm aware of popcorn lung and such, but yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, the truth is, yeah, you should try to stop smoking altogether, but I know people who have a nicotine addiction, and apparently that is very, very hard to get rid of. And yeah, usually addiction doesn't come out of nowhere. There's a underlying cause, and you never know, right? There's so many things that can go wrong. Maybe something traumatic happened. They had a bad childhood. They are stressed in current situation, or they just got caught up with it, and now they can't stop smoking. As long as you don't smoke in front of non-smokers, because that I really hate that when cigarette smokers just smoke very close to me. I'm just, no, I don't want to inhale that, please. Why help people when you can make $1 billion, Yana? You clearly don't get the Sigma grind set. Yeah, I don't. Sorry, my autocorrect isn't screwing with me. Shouldn't be more than 2,000 is what I meant. Yeah, I did read it like that. But yeah, I did understand what you meant. Me saying $400 is a reasonable, is in joking manner, of course. Yeah, that is still a lot. It's not reasonable. A reflex test by a skilled professional is worth like what, $10, $20 maybe, or even less. Or is it like the electricity reflex test, or is it the I'm taking a small hammer and I hit you on the knee and I see if it responds or not? Because that, I could do that for free. That's super easy. Just takes a hammer and a knowledge of what you're looking for. Yeah, see, I could do that for free. And I'm not even a licensed doctor, but I do have enough medical knowledge to know where to strike and what the as in, if there is a reaction, a reflex, that's good. If not, then there might be underlying causes. But $400 for that, insane. You could get a Switch, a brand new Switch for less than $400. And I also know that doctors are probably also completely wrecked in debt. But I don't know if they're committing fraud or not. Yesterday I read about a case of a doctor overcharging his patients for 15 years. And then he fled the state to Florida in order to evade the FBI. Insane story. And then he became a family annihilator because his ruse was out in the open. Crazy things. It just baffles you when you read that. I can't comprehend why you would do something like that. I do understand that doctors start out with a lot of debt unless you're really rich. Like, come from rich parents. I know some doctors personally, dentists, and one who is a ophthalmologist, so a eye doctor. And they are, for the medical equipment in Luxembourg, that's where they have to go into debt. The dentist I know comes from a rich family, so that's already paid off, that's no problem. But the ophthalmologist I know, she came from a normal worker family, and yeah, she's like almost $1 million in debt just for the equipment, and that's not the house or the building that she has her clinic in. So that one already costs also a lot because it's Luxembourg, and for a normal stupid little house you have to pay over €1 million, which is absolutely insane. not justifiable at all. But as Kaiser Kamesin said, I don't have the Sigma grind set. Full body reflex test is what I should say. Some of these tests require a high level of precision to accurately test and judge. Yeah, that's true. Whether or not it's a hypoactive or hyperactive, yeah. I've gotten one where they did give me some very small jolts through my body to see how the nerves would react. So I'm fine with spending $10. Yeah, but $10, that's okay. But $400, that's 40 times that. Right, 3 seconds. Fraud is scarily common in medicine. They want money and... Oh yeah. And will do anything to get it. But even becoming a doctor in Luxembourg, as I just said with the explained with the example, I was really shocked that all the medical equipment that the state doesn't help, you get them. Well, you do get the loan for that. There's, if you have a doctor's degree, then no bank in Luxembourg will say no to you, but still, that's almost $1 million for just the equipment alone. And then you're gonna have an apartment or a house or anything where you will be able to do your job. And that one already costs, so you're, I mean, maybe 2 million even more in debt just to do your job. To be fair, the getting the degree, that won't put you into debt, but that's just insane. Even if you get a very high salary as a doctor, that's just, jeez. I was really really flabbergasted when they told me how much the equipment alone cost. And there's only a specific equipment you can buy, or else you can't put it off of your taxes or something like that, which is also something I never knew. Those are the things that you only know or learn about when you talk to people who are in that like in that kind of job. They will start with a lot of debt, maybe around $500,000, and a salary of $250,000 a year in the US. They can pay it back easily. It's just greed. Yeah, $250,000 a year is not bad. Definitely not. What they do in Germany often is they prefer that you pay in cash so that they can do tax evasion. A lot of restaurants in Germany do that as well. Oh, that we're cash only, but it's usually not a good excuse. They just want to keep their profit a secret so that they don't have to pay as much taxes on it. Right, so 53 minutes in, still no shiny. Let's see where this goes. Does the weather suck where you are right now as well? Because, I mean, we're June soon and it's like 15 or 40 degrees Celsius and it's raining, more rain. And I know that this is gonna be the summer, and then in the summer month you're gonna have a couple of days where it's gonna be hot like hell, and then it's gonna go back to rain again. Jeez. Today I was scrolling through Reddit, and I saw a post on the Luxembourgish subreddit where someone asked, how is it to live in Luxembourg? Is it good? Is it bad? And the comments said it's expensive and rainy, and that's just a very good way of putting it. Expensive to live in and very rainy. The weather, I mean, you don't go to Luxembourg for the weather, that's insane, but it's not as bad as in the UK. I mean, when in the UK, I commonly joke when you guys have 18 degrees Celsius with rain, the women, they start sunbathing in the bikinis because to them that's summer weather. Ah, looks like the weather's not gonna get any better soon. Jeez. Still nothing. No, I don't want this. I know I can do it. Maybe I'll try the square one after a couple of minutes. Let's see. So this is the first frame that I get, the sassy one, which is gonna be hidden power ice, and well, these are the IVs. Some of them are very good, like attack and HP. Defense is absolutely terrible. Modest is the square one, and this is the third one that I talked about earlier, the frame 22,935. I don't know how much that is in minutes, but I assume it's longer than 6 minutes, if I remember correctly. Because 15,000 frames is what I have on my Emerald usually, and that comes around to 4 minutes. About 4 minutes, not exactly 4 minutes. I don't have a problem with doctors getting a high salary, but yeah, the fraud is definitely sad. And I didn't know it was that common. I thought the system itself is already too much of a fraud. So that additionally, they overcharge the patients just to pocket it, basically. Not just the insurance being jerks, but them as well, the medical professionals doing it as well. On top of that, that is really a double loss, isn't it? That's very unfortunate. Let's see, 5 seconds remaining. Nope. It's just really unfair if you think about it. In gamer speak, your spawning point on planet Earth really does determine how your life's gonna be. And I just know I'm super privileged and extremely lucky to be born into Luxembourgish family, which middle class Luxembourg is very good, even though I mean, rent and everything is very expensive, but my parents bought their house back when prices were fair. And it's paid off, so they have it, they actually own it. Confuses me most is how people can defend these calls for medicinal help. Yeah. That's just being... I don't know if people are just trying to be contrarian or if they like being the devil's advocate, but in this case, really? Doesn't justify that, absolutely not. Don't get me wrong, I love making money, yeah, me too, but yeah, I don't like taxes, but it's bad. Yeah, I mean, I do understand with taxes, everything becomes more expensive, but I do see the point in taxes. Every time someone says taxes are theft, well, then don't call the firefighters when your house is on fire, because don't you want a private path for that? Well, then call some private ones and pay them. Don't use the socially pooled money for that. So always overcharging patients, just some form of embezzlement or fraud. Embezzlement? Really? Do explain. Just check if target frame 2020. Oh, that's 6 minutes. Okay, so I was correct. Let's try this frame. Don't you have a union that basically looks at such cases to protect the consumer? Like a consumer union, we have that in Luxembourg, and they definitely, you don't want to, as a company, you don't want them to come after you because they have a lot to say in politics, which is good. But I think that is maybe too left-wing for Americans. The Overton window is very shifted towards the right. But embezzlement? Jeez. Yeah, taxes have to exist. We're still not in a post-scarcity society. That's unfortunately not possible as of yet. But I do understand, like in Germany, for example, if you have a bachelor's degree, the taxes are like 45% of your salary, and that's way too much in my opinion. They should tax the super rich more, but they won't do it because of course they won't. Because there's just in Germany they have a massive brain drain now because academics just don't want to live or have a job in Germany because the taxes are just insane. 45%, that's a lot. Taxes are theft in the US. I didn't ask for all my money to go to the military. Oh yeah, you also have that problem. Well, to be fair, I also have that problem now. Luxembourg just invested, or they want to say this, they put billions into their military, like a military that doesn't even have 1,000 soldiers. For what? So you could technically buy every single house from the greedy landlords and the companies and give them to the citizens. But you won't. But you have the money to do war. Great. Wonderful. Didn't ask to support countries actively committing genocide with my money. Yeah. I'm also really not happy about what's happening in the world with the genocide. Just absolutely terrible. And it's always sad that it's not the people responsible for that who have to suffer. It's always some innocent people. Which then creates a loop of I want retaliation, so they probably become radicalized, so they join militias or they form terrorist organizations, and then the state says, see, that's what's happening. And it's just a never-ending circle of misery and pain and war. Self-fulfilling prophecy, essentially. Unions exist, but they aren't as big in politics here. Yeah, I've noticed. Embezzlement from hospitals, it's rare, but it does happen. Not proud of this fact, but I do know some people who committed embezzlement. Oh. From a hospital and did in fact have to leave the state. Oh boy, so they fled? Is that just an easy thing that you can do in the US? Well, easy relatively speaking, of course, but just there's so many stories that I read about people fleeing to another state if they committed a crime in a state. They just drive or flee the state and go live a second life in another state, and they just don't get caught for a very long time. Weird. want my taxes to go to myself and the people, like the fire department's infrastructure and such. Yeah, exactly. That's where it should go, but that's my opinion. Yeah, also in research, healthcare, pensions, or maybe, I mean, the pension system really needs to change, because essentially how it is right now is a pyramid scheme, and that's why the billionaires are saying, oh my god, you need to make more kids, you need to make more kids. No, we already have enough people in the world and we don't need more. I'd be absolutely okay if the numbers went down to maybe 1 billion at most. Like 1 billion humans would be more than enough. But then with the way things are going now with the pension, that would not work. That would just collapse into itself. Just would be nice having a reform in that aspect. But the lawmakers are having that perpetual growth cancer thought in their minds. And I'm also for degrowth as well. Were family members who made a legal deal and were forced to leave Illinois. Whoa, okay. See, these things you never hear about that in Luxembourg. Getting impatient. What is happening? Why do I just not get the frame? I really wonder. I did plan on streaming for... Well, this is the first hour. I did plan on streaming for maybe 4 hours. Let's see if I get one. At least one. I would be happy for at least one. And I'll definitely try to get all of them. There's 3 Voltorb here, so... There's 3 different Voltorbs that I can get. The last one being the 6-minute one. I think 6 minutes is still tolerable. 4 minutes, okay. 5 minutes I've done with the Reggie Ice. 6 minutes, well, it is long, but it's still somewhat tolerable. Of course, that is if I get the first 2 frames first. So hopefully that happens tonight. So that I can start with the why not next time. Let's see. That felt like it was a good timing, but I'm not sure. No, nah. I'd say that most people who say taxes are theft in the US are stupid. Yeah, I assume that. Yeah. They have a very childlike understanding of how the world works. We have these idiots in Luxembourg as well. I think they're everywhere. You know, when God made the world, he said, just a tiny dash of idiots, and then the lid opened and, well, he unleashed a whole legion of idiots. And didn't feel like he didn't feel like pressing the reset button. They oppose the Affordable Care Act because it costs so much in taxes, but of course support the military. Yeah, they just oppose these things because it's too progressive. That's what it is. They have to continue their stupid grift. Like, these are the vocal minority hurting the US, yeah. The 1% is the one minority I am against. All the others, I don't discriminate against minorities, but the 1%, well... Would be better if they weren't there, or at least not acting like they are acting right now. And still nothing. Come on. Well, it's a pretty early 1 hour in, considering that I'll stream until midnight, so it's gonna be around 4 hours maximum. Maybe I'll get lucky and actually hit the damn frames. Maybe I'll get them all within the next hour, who knows. But I've definitely been lacking lately. I don't know, I was better in the past. I don't know what that is about. I kind of suspect that Ian Timer sometimes has a problem where it kind of has a micro freeze and then the timer isn't correct anymore. Can't prove it, but that's just a hunch. But I think it's a mixture of that, or maybe more having to do with the fact that sometimes I'm just not good at things. I'd rather blame myself than a program. Okay, let's see. 3 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And no, of course not. Want to guess what the Affordable Care Act is? It's the US attempt at government-sponsored health insurance. Yeah, I know what it is. I've read about it. I've seen discussions of it. And yeah, well, attempt is a very good phrasing there. And it's an attempt, yeah. But it's like Bart having to write out that punishment that he had. You know, with I will try to... But he won't. He'll tell you he'll try to do X, do better, whatever, but he won't. Because saying you're gonna do something and doing it are two different things. Just can't believe people are still buying what politicians are saying. Alright. 3 seconds. The only people who oppose it are the rich who get taxed extra and the idiots that told it's bad. Yeah, the temporarily embarrassed millionaire thing. Which, nope, you're not. Definitely not. Yeah, people getting maybe $30,000 per year in salary, and then they're afraid of having to pay more taxes, even though they're absolutely not in that class or that tax bracket ever. It baffles me. It's really sad. A sad state of affairs, isn't it? What do you think? Will I get the Voltorb tonight? At least one? You can already state your bets. There's no money on the bets, just betting for fun. So for this hour, I'm gonna try getting the modest one. Jeez. I just can't stand to look at that stupid sprite now. Actually, it's not stupid sprite, but jeez, how many times do I have to see that Voltorb sprite until I get a shiny? To be fair, if I do this the old-fashioned way with full arts, that would also take me a long time, but I do RNG manipulation to save time, right? To get the shinies much quicker and more efficiently. And yet, for some reason, I don't know why in this underground thing that I just get such inconsistent results. Really, it does baffle me. No, my hot cocoa that my husband made isn't really hot anymore. But still, chocolate is tasty whether hot or cold. Like, guys, these people are upset when they are taken off of Forbes billionaires list. They are not your friends. Oh, definitely not your friends. More like your enemies. If Light and Death Note would have been intelligent, actually intelligent, he would have gone through the Forbes billionaire list and then made a note, public note saying, okay, politicians, either you make a better world or it's gonna be you. And then he would have really been the god of the new world. But no, he was stupid. I don't get people saying Light is more intelligent than L or Nia, and absolutely not. He's very childish, immature. He's just a very good manipulator, but he's not stupid, okay, but he's not as smart or intelligent as L. Just wanted to put that out there. Gonna get it, I have hope. You'll bet 5 Yana bucks. Oh geez, are they printing dollars with my face on it? I bet they're pink. They have to be hot pink, or else I'll sue the president. I don't know. That's gonna help, right? Oh, what about the voting thing? Can you already vote for like, how long can you vote in advance? As in, when if the presidents are chosen, the candidates for each side. Like, how long is the voting period? Because I think it's really short in the US, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong about that. I have to go vote very soon, not for Luxembourg, but for Europe or the EU. And that's in 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Should be the 8th, or no, it's gonna be the 9th June. Yeah, that's when I have to go vote for Europe. Or the EU, because Europe, that's not actually correct, because Switzerland is in Europe, but it's not part of the EU, for example. They're independent. They've always wanted to be that. So if I can't simply cross the border to Switzerland. I would have to go through a toll booth and get my passport stamped. But not with Austria. I can just drive over the border and no one would check. That's the Schengen Act, which I really like, and there's very stupid conservatives in Luxembourg who want to exit the Schengen contract, which is absolutely insane if you think about all the foreigners crossing the borders to just work in Luxembourg. Imagine them having to like stand even longer traffic jams just because we closed the border. It's just insane. There's genuinely no such thing as a good billionaire-based Kaiser Karmazin. That's exactly what I've also been saying. If you are a billionaire, you are screwing people over somewhere. And even if you get €1 billion or dollars just like that, what are you gonna do with that money? You can't buy a planet or something. And even though, like, if you could buy Mars, what are you gonna do with Mars? There's nothing there. I mean, there is something there, but you can't have people live there. You could maybe extract the resources, but still, I have a very strong opinion about space. Space exploration and mining should not be privatized at all. Idiots will say if there was a good billionaire, then they'd be putting those billions into their country, the world. Exactly. I would do that. If I had €1 billion, you know what I would do? I'd just buy up every single house or apartment that is up for sale in Luxembourg and then rent them out for super, super cheap. Just to mess with landlords and laugh at them not being able to continue their grift anymore. That would be so funny. One of you became the new president of the US, what would you do? I mean, it's impossible for me to become president of the United States because I am not a citizen of the United States, which is a requirement to become the president. But if I would be, I mean, is there really a lot you can do? I think I would get John F. Kennedy, I'm pretty sure. I'd be way too left for them. And they would just get rid of me. I'm pretty sure that would happen, so I don't know if I want to be president of the United States. Even if I even could get the votes. That is, I mean, of course I can because I'm Luxembourgish national, not US. They would not, yeah. They would not want to be on the Forbes billionaire list because they are donating so much money if they were good people. Exactly. So Kaiser Karmazin and his campaign. If I become president or became president, I would push for universal healthcare. Very, very good. Actually, good border countries, e.g. actual immigration checkpoints and immigration assistance, not prisons or camps, yeah. Codified LGBTQ rights. Alright, you don't have codified LGBTQ rights, right? Which is just another culture shock because in the EU, in many EU countries you have it. Not every single one, like in Poland or some other, especially Eastern European countries, they don't. Codified abortion rights. To be fair, that took Luxembourg way too long to have them, but nowadays we have them finally. Those would be my social policies. If I get $1 billion, I would act like I'm still poor and that I need money. Okay, Ahmed. Why? Just to troll people? Schengen Act is like what helps you work. Why would people oppose it? Because people are stupid, Kaiser Karmazin, because they are angry about... Yeah, they just want to go back to how it was before the Schengen contract. It's just stupid. I still remember, like, in the late 1990s, whenever we, as a family, visited my family in Italy, or just going to a vacation somewhere, you'd always have to stop at the border, and then you need to exchange your currency, because Luxembourg had Luxembourgish francs, France had francs, their francs. And Germany had Deutsche Mark, which is not the same. And then in Italy you had lira. So that's so many stupid currencies that you had to always trade. I remember, I think my dad had multiple bank accounts in countries so that he would need to have them exchanged. If I remember correctly, there's some banks in Europe, which I don't know if that is a thing in the US, but there are banks in Europe that you don't need to be a resident of the country where the bank resides in order to open a bank account. There's certain banks that guarantee you a account. No, president's fairly limited in power. You can push for things but not always get it done. Yeah, definitely. Trump was scarily powerful because the Republicans sucked his you-know-what and followed his policies. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid that he'll get voted for again. Also, loan forgiveness is another thing I'd push for in office, definitely. Very good choices. If I could vote for you, I would, but I am unable to do so. Just lost abortion rights again, if you heard about that. Oh no, did it happen? No, I did not hear about that. Excuse me. Lost or missed the reset there. There we go. Oh, about a year and a half ago, yeah. Oh no, I actually that I did not miss. I thought something recent happened. Just backwards. People just, I don't know, they always give women the fault for that. Takes two to tango, and you never know what the situation is. I know a woman who always took her anti-baby pills like exactly the same time of day. She never missed a single dose. She always did it correctly, and yet one day when I think she turned 32, she was in a relationship for since she was a teenager, so for a very long time. And yeah, suddenly she just became pregnant, because sometimes, I mean, they don't work for 100%. 99% is still not 100%. It's still not guaranteed to work. Especially if you take medicine like some antibiotics or other medicine that can interfere with the anti-baby pill. So you'll end up still getting pregnant, and by none of your fault. Like, it wasn't your fault at all. Trump will again, I'm 90% certain. Ugh, oh please, no. I hate saying it, but it'll happen. Well, let's see, it's in November, right? That's when we'll know. That would be scary. And why didn't he get impeached? I mean, that would have been a very good reason. There's so many reasons why he should have been impeached, but he wasn't. Yeah, Ahmed just likes trolling, doesn't he? I think I know what he will do. He will buy a very old castle in Eastern Europe, and then be a immortal vampire who feasts on people who guilt trip him. That's what he will do. Don't you, Ahmed? Totally not a vampire. Make sure to make it to have a stop in Germany for their Blutwurst. I don't like it, but if you like the taste of blood, then go ahead. That's basically a sausage made out of blood. Can't believe when people say, "Oh, that's so disgusting," but I mean, we eat flesh and other things. That's just nature. We destroy another's body to nourish ourselves. Well, according to the Bible, women are less a species as the average American. I love the Bible and have no media literacy to see what it's actually saying. Amen to Trump. Yeah, it's scary, right? And wasn't there a short where someone asked Trump if he preferred the Old or the New Testament? And he couldn't decide, and he said both, but it's very clear that he never read any of either, not the first or the second one. Doesn't matter. He hasn't read it. I doubt that he's actually a Christian. He's a narcissist, so his religion is egoism himself. He believes himself to be God. I don't think he's actually Christian. Not that it matters, but apparently, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently as an atheist you can't become a president in the US. Is that true? Because that would be, in my mind, religious discrimination. Just like I'm being discriminated against because there's no freaking shiny. Buy an abandoned mansion away from the world next to a grave. Yeah, totally not suspicious, right? You can also get some fresh blood if you let people invite you, or you just invite people in your big mansion. And I mean, who's gonna say no to a cool mansion and then in the night you strike? That's a brilliant plan. Why would he read the Bible? Trump doesn't need to. He can just say he's Christian and everyone will believe him. Yeah, true. Well, it was very clear from that interview that he has never read the Bible. He doesn't know its contents. I mean, I'm an atheist and I have read the Bible even multiple times, like different versions. The King James Bible, for example. Because I was curious and everyone said, oh, that's in the Bible and that's not in the Bible, and I got conflicting things that people said, and I just was like, okay, I'm gonna have to find out myself. You can read the Bible or the Quran or the Torah, whatever, for free on the internet as well. Make up your own mind. Don't forget, a large majority of Christians support Trump does appear the fact that he was the one who went on Twitter to spread hate in Eastern, while Biden wished everyone a good Easter. Now the war on Christmas, which doesn't exist. And no, you can become a president as an atheist. Okay, we just had. Oh no! What am I doing? Just mindlessly pressing A. There we go. So you never had an atheist president before. You also never had a woman president before. It's pretty funny that you had a, well, half black president, but not a woman president. Crazy. Not saying that we should elect a leader just because they are a woman. That's absolutely stupid. But, it is somewhat, I don't know, weird that you haven't had a woman in the century that the US exists. Never, ever a woman president. I'm not a fan of Hillary either, definitely not. I'm not a fan of any politician in the US. Bernie is okay, but like I said in previous streams, Bernie would be a run-of-the-mill politician in Luxembourg or the EU. He would not be anything special because every single politician has his stances. He's nothing special here, absolutely not. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Christian of you, Mr. Trump. Jesus would definitely tell his political opponents to go to hell on Easter as well. Oh, if Jesus came back, he would not flip a table. He would flip the entire continent of the Americas. Or he would get deported because he's a brown Middle Eastern communist hippie, and that's not something the US likes. Race and sex doesn't play into whether or not I vote for someone. Yeah, for me, I don't look for that. I look for what the person stands for. But I do think it's funny that a black man was voted into the presidency before a woman was. Yeah, it's funny in a morbid kind of way, definitely. Tells you how sexist the US is. Oh, definitely. I'd like to also buy an island far, far away from the world, so when World War III, I get popcorn and watch my fun show where people scream in horror. Oh, jeez, Ahmed. Well, there's some islands on the side of the Earth where there's basically only ocean, but then you run into other problems, like you need to be self-sufficient if you move there, because how else are you gonna get your food? Or you hunt for yourself, like back in the good old days where we had to hunt mammoths. You just need to eat a lot of coconuts then. And I think these, even though they are very remote, I think there's some people on there that live there, and I don't think they're very or particularly happy about intruders coming from elsewhere onto their island. I just hope World War III never happens. It's not looking good though. I would still say people should visit some parts of the US if they can. It's very beautiful, but don't live here. Don't live here. I do plan on visiting the US once in my life, but right now, with no salary, that's really hard to do. Even with a salary, it's pretty expensive to go to the US. Funny thing is, I have a friend who I visited his birthday party this month. He went to the US, and he said immediately he saw the most American thing ever: a truck with the stripes and the banner stripes and the stars print like as a pattern on the truck. And the driver had his window open, and he held a gun. And that was the most American thing he saw. And that's basically one of the first things he saw over there. That was pretty funny. Bro, I want to go back to the good old days where we hunted mammoths and died from a scratch in the wrong place. It would be better than this. Yeah. If you visit the US, tell me. Yeah, there's definitely... I do want to visit the US. There's some spots that I'm very interested in. But I'd definitely be a bit scared, maybe too scared. Not too scared, but a bit paranoid about everyone or almost everyone being potentially having a gun. That is somewhat scary. And well, oh, and also the dash cam videos that I see from the US. Like, I'm not saying Luxembourgers are good at driving cars, absolutely not, but wow, what I see there is just sometimes comes close to the Russian dashcam videos. Though those are probably one of the worst. But to be fair, it's state policy that you have to have a dashcam, so maybe that skews up with the statistics. Oops. Try again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, 6. We would think that's American. I see that every day. The truck dress is barely American. It's just very funny. That's basically, they arrived at a coastal city. So they were in the west coast, and he rent a car for a road trip, and that's what they saw. Like, one of the first things they saw in the wild. It's pretty funny. I don't know if that truck driver was American, but still, it's just the imagery already that made me laugh when I heard it. In Iraq, when we won against Japan, people were shooting with guns and the hair out of happiness in the Asian Cup. What? In the air, I assume you meant to type. Just upwards shooting guns? Jeez. Isn't that expensive? Aren't bullets expensive in guns? I mean, they're very hard to get a hold of in Luxembourg, but... Once again, I say jokingly, but I'm not entirely lying. It's not uncommon to see a truck with a rifle encased in the back and American flags inside of the car. Yeah, I imagine. Also, your cars. Why are you obsessed with huge cars? Unfortunately, that stupid SUV trend swung over to Europe, and I just keep seeing bigger and bigger cars. And we in Europe, especially in some rural areas or in the Netherlands specifically, also in Italy, the roads are just super narrow, and they just take up so much space that and just being really bad drivers as well, so you have to swerve out of their way if they come from the opposite direction. It's just insane. And of course, with cars being more weighing more, they do damage the streets more than a normal car would. Which I think it would be fair if SUV drivers would pay more taxes on the fact that they have an SUV. But if you say that, oh geez, the unkind words you'll hear. But it's only fair. I mean, more weight means more stress for the ground. That's just physics. Iraq, anyone can have a gun as long as you are 18. Really? You can just get a gun? Like in America? You're getting an RPG for my birthday gift? I assume it's not a role-playing game. And it's a gun. Jeez. I'd be kind of scared of guns. I know my my Italian grandpa had guns, but he was a hunter, and he had no pistols or anything, but basically only guns to hunt animals. So shotgun and some kind of sniping rifle for birds, and that was it. There's a Super Bowl, American Football Championship. Yeah, I know what the Super Bowl is. There's even a lot of Europeans who stay up late to watch the Super Bowl. People do exactly that, shooting guns in the air. Well, at one point the bullet should fall off, even though that velocity is not enough to harm anyone, I would assume, but isn't that expensive? Have a small car, and I definitely prefer to a giant truck or SUV. You only get a SUV or truck if you absolutely need it, definitely. And I just keep seeing them in the city and not off-road, right? They're meant to be used off-road and not in the city, but I just keep seeing them in the city. Come on, what I also want to see is a shiny. Weapon that shoots rockets? Huh? What? You're getting a rocket launcher as a birthday gift? What the? Huh? Are you joking me? Please tell me you're joking. I might be too autistic to see if you're joking or not. Just have to Google. Oh, that thing. RPG 7? Something like that? Isn't that to get rid of tanks? Jeez. Which tank are you gonna shoot? That's a extreme weapon to have, though. Turn the light on. It is getting dark outside after all. I'm joking, okay. Alright, because damn. that would be overkill, a tank gun. A silent gun? Oh, aren't there things that you could... A silencer? Do they really work like that? I'd assume it's not gonna be as loud, but still, it's definitely will still be loud, firing a silent gun. I don't assume that action movies are accurate in that aspect. And why 28? Is that a random number, or does it have any significance? I'm satisfied for the rest of the month regarding Politics, yeah, we don't have to talk about politics anymore if you don't want me to. It's like the last day of the month today. Yeah, it is. It is. Ah, still no shine. Oh, no, it isn't. It isn't. Tomorrow is another day. 31st. Don't forget about that day. Ah, okay, so, oh, 28 and not 18. Interesting. I wonder why that is. It reminds me of Italy, where you're not a minor anymore at 18, but you're still not allowed into casinos until you're 20. E? Yes, Arch, E. And welcome back to the stream, Arch. How are you doing? What an entrance. Just drop E and you're good. So yeah, until now, no shinies. I don't know why. Keep failing at this, but here we are. 28 for RPG, but normal gun 18. Ah, okay, okay. Don't think you could get a RPG at all in Luxembourg. In fact, I've started playing Minecraft again and I'm low-key addicted. Oh boy, is the addiction coming back again. Can't grow out of Minecraft. But Minecraft is just, it has things that humans just like. If you like E, then great, because that's my catchphrase. It reminds me of that deep fried meme, just E and that's it. And a highly edited image of, was it a Shrek character? Prince Charming? No, not Prince Charming, the other. Sir Farquaad, isn't that his name? That meme. U0. Yep, yeah. E. Just a single letter. I really wonder why I can't seem to be hitting that frame. That is really concerning. Let's see if this is it. Nope, of course not. Oh yeah, what about your PC? You told me that you had the, you wrote that in the Discord that you had problems with your PC. Did it work out in the end? Nope. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Switch to laptop. Oh, and you can't really, with troubleshooting, you can't seem to resolve the issue. You did get a code for the kind of error that you have, right? I remember you posting that in the Discord. I do wonder if the wild cries sometimes advance frames, but not that I know of. Okay, 3 seconds. Come on, let this be it, please. No. Jeez. Why is a Voltorb the hardest hunt I've ever done? I've done hunts that are way more difficult in theory. In a cuddly mood now, I need to get my girlfriend to match with a Latios Latias PFP on Discord. That's cute, as a couples thing. That reminds me of what Ahmed said yesterday in yesterday's stream, with that Digimon being very, very close design-wise to the shiny Latias. What was it again? Sparrowmon? I think that was the name. I'm in a very Fallout 2 enclave mood. If you know, you know. I have no idea what this message means, but God knows. God willed me to write this. My husband did, he played Fallout, the old one, today for a while. And he had some really nasty RNG. Have the Latios part of it as my PFP Discord, but she won't put it on. Or she should. That's a pretty cute thing. I have that with my husband. Shout out to Kite Pyro for gifting me that. Another long-time internet friend. He sent me a Latias and Latios keychains from a convention he attended. And the one side is the normal version and the other side is the shiny version, and we carry these on our car keys. So he has the Latios and I have the Latias. It's pretty cute. Hey there, Animator. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Researching Agato Celebi doesn't cause brain damage anymore. Oh, so you've healed from that? Are you better now from the condition? Why doesn't it cause brain damage anymore, though? Got the Fallout 2 RNG is wicked. Had a 70% hit chance and I missed 4 times in a row and then died. Yeah, something like that happened recently to my husband. I don't know exactly what context it was, since I'm not a Fallout person, but he just missed. He shot so many times and he just missed every single shot, and then the enemy got a crit and he died. Cue him resetting and reloading the save. I'll tell her. You finally finished the research about the Agato Celebi. If you can be a bender, what would it be? Water or rock? I mean, there's 4 kinds of bending, right? In Avatar: air, ground, or earth. Water and fire? What kind of bender would I want to be? And with airbending you can fly, and I always wanted to be able to fly, although my clumsy butt would probably fall off somewhere and perish. So maybe not air. And then fire, fire is very dangerous. I don't know if I'd accidentally set myself on fire. So maybe water? You want to be a firebender? I know, I respect fire. If you've ever had a part of your body, there's a flame on your body, you know how much that hurts. It's just, that hurts so much. Oh, you're an air one. And the smiley faces start again. Is Annie to fly as well? Annie or Abel? I think it's Abel. I'll cook your chicken. You can cook with electricity, you don't need fire for that. Water, because I can blood bend and I think this is overpowered. Well, I think everyone here watched Avatar, so spoiler alert, yes, that is possible. And that would definitely be overpowered. But I think it's not inherent, right? She needed to, Katana needed to learn it first. Final answer is it cannot be shiny, it is impossible. Wait, it's shiny locked in Generation 3, really? If you ever get so lucky you get a shiny PID, it would re-roll for basic Agito normal Celebi. Oh, okay. Just like I think in XD, the shadow Pokemon cannot be shiny because if they are shiny, it re-rolls so that they don't become shiny. If you want to get it, you need the most special seed where when it rolls for a shiny PID, it would re-roll, but that re-roll would be another shiny PID. Oh, so it won't re-roll twice. So it won't re-roll again. It's not a infinite chain of re-rolls until it gets a non-shiny. Okay, that is news to me. I thought that shiny locking wasn't a thing until starting from Generation 5. That's the first generation where shiny locking was a thing. That sucks. I wonder how that feels like being able to fly. When I see birds fly, I do wonder how does that feel like. It has to feel amazing. Although, I mean, I'm not afraid of heights necessarily. But it's definitely a something that I understand if you're afraid of heights. It's a phobia that's I think it's somewhat programmed into the human brain. Just like with spiders, it's a fear that has accompanied humankind for thousands of years. But for now, you have to brute force a PID to be shiny and stay shiny. Oh, so you need some... Just doing the normal RNG then I assume would not suffice. You'd need to do something else as well. Just so that the PID would be shiny twice. Funny how it checks twice, but then... That's really weird though. The Jirachi though doesn't do that, the channel Jirachi. Didn't I'm a Blissey, he did get that shiny Celebi though, didn't he? The only thing you can do is RNG its IVs and only IVs. Ah, I see. Well, that's still not too bad if you want a competitive Celebi. Wrong. Wrong! Just like Lex Luthor. But what is wrong, Arch? Would you just type wrong? Just RNGing a 1 in 8,092 is twice as easy. He used Ace. Yeah, he did use Ace, didn't he? I'm a bit... I know how Ace works. I'm just too afraid to use it because if you do a tiny mistake, you can break your save file. And my Emerald cartridge is too sentimental for me to do that. I just can't. So we're soon 2 hours in and still no shiny. Yeah, that wouldn't be a 1 in 8,000 chance. That would be way much. Because of the way odds get multiplied. Imagine getting that by mistake, or not by mistake, but just unplanned, like a full odds shiny. Got this shiny Celebi, but he couldn't even use it because how glitched it is. It's glitched? How is it glitched? Like the PID isn't invalid, right? So how would it be glitched? And I called you my idol. You really did call me an idol? Thanks, I guess. Right, 6 seconds remaining. Please let this be the one. Okay, I'll switch over to the first frame. So that's the star frame. Let's... Oh, and Ian Timer just gave up. I'll have to open that one up again. Keeps having problems, I don't know why. But I did keep the target frame though for some reason. No, and it just does not the audio visual, please. I'll open it up again and try again. Please be good this time. And I get cut again with metronome, but that is because the RNG repeats. It doesn't do the visual again. Well. Inspector Duke, no, I can confirm with what Arch said. It's her. Oh, so it's you. Welcome back. Well, not welcome back. I'm not sure if you were in the stream before, but still, welcome to the stream. Society of People on chess.com would be nice. Oh, you're playing on chess.com? I pretty much gave up on that because people are very strange for some reason on that website. Getting every Japanese Pokemon. I'm trying to complete every game's shiny Pokedex. Basically, I want to make an RNG journey. Oh, just like what I'm a Blissey is doing. Yes, Haya exists, don't worry. There we go. Please let this be it while I restart Ian Timer. Nope. No shiny. Let's see if this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, isn't I'm a Blissey is doing a challenge where he tries to get every single shiny in Emerald, and also doing 100% Emerald challenge, which 100%ing Emerald is pretty hard to do. In school, one guy said to me, "You are my idol." I told him, "You picked the wrong person, now piss off." Oh, come on, that's mean, Ahmed. I mean, he probably said it as a joke, but still. I'm not schizophrenic, I swear. Even if you were, that wouldn't be a problem for me. Shouldn't discriminate against things people have no control over. 3 seconds. Come on. I want to see the shiny now. Nope, nothing. So I'm gonna just tell you, I have no idea what this is. No problem. It's something very specific. Not much of a Pokemon person anymore. I gotta get my friend Daily in here. He's the biggest fan ever, I swear. Oh, that would be very nice. Yeah, it is even among Pokemon fans, RNG manipulation. Not everyone knows what that is. And I'm not doing a normal shiny hunt. I'm doing a very technical version of that. But usually I am streaming a game, but it's also about the discussions that I have with my viewers. That I have to wait for a couple of seconds before I press the button. And during that time we have the wildest conversations sometimes very morbid, sometimes about politics, sometimes it's about the most random things ever. Sometimes, for example, Classic drops some military knowledge and someone else drops other lore that I'm not familiar with. But everyone's welcome. My cousin was so kind, he gave me a Fire Red Game Boy Advance SP. Oh, wow, nice. Pokemon Game Boy Red with box. With the box, oh wow. I assume good condition as well. Pokemon Japanese Emerald with box in everything. That's amazing. Brand new Soul Silver Pokewalker and Heart Gold Pokewalker. And a copy of Diamond. Wow, bless your cousin, Animator. Bless him. That is great. That is, you could sell these individually and you'd probably get thousands of dollars, but don't do it. If he gives them to you for free, that's amazing. Chess.com is wild. Everyone's so mean. I think that's just basically the internet right now. Now he was a bad person because he acted like a friend and he did dumb things to you. So like I'm faking to be your friend just to troll you behind your back. Well, that's fair. See, I'm a speedrunner for Mario Kart Wii, not for Pokemon. Let me go hit him up in a sec. You want random? I got the most random SHIT, I swear. Sure, drop it. As I always say, ask me how I've been. I can't really tell you a lot, but if we talk about something specific, I won't shut up. And do you have records in Mario Kart Wii? I just remember I really suck at Mario Kart Wii for some reason. I was never good at that one. The one I'm best at is Mario Kart on the DS. For some reason, snaking, that strategy to gain boosts, that just came naturally to me. But I never got the hang of playing ideally in Mario Kart Wii. It just sucked way too much in that game. Fellow speedrunner. I don't speedrun Mario Kart Wii, but I do speedrun Hollow Knight. Oh, nice. Do you have, where do you speedrun it? Or do you do it for yourself in private? Yeah, 1 second I'm politically frustrated and next I'm talking about Kribby and Fallout. Yeah, basically. I'm never sell stuff, I'm keeping it very good. Also, the Fire Red Game Boy Advance SP was with the box. I only opened that. Ah, okay, it came with the game. You didn't know she speedruns Mario Kart Wii? Guys, she's dropping new lore. Oh, you didn't tell him that you were doing that. Speedrun many games, Terraria, Mario Kart Wii, and 64, Galaxy, Mario Bros. Wii, and some other games. Oh, nice. What I've been watching more intensively speedruns are the original Super Mario Bros. Because that one is so optimized. We're very close. Like the best human time is very close to the TAS. So the tool-assisted speedrun. You have a record on Wii. That's really cool. On what track? DS, I used to get good at DS, but never got amazing at it. I'm not saying I was amazing, but I was just way better than I was at Mario Kart Wii. I just sucked so much, I always lost. Oh, they're getting along. I was literally right next to getting the first ever Rainbow Road Ultra, but I missed recording it. Ah, that's a shame. Good news though, I beat the guy on chess.com. Congratulations. Were you playing black or white? And what strategies do you like to use? I mean, I'm not that I want to play against you. I know how to play chess, but I don't know. I kind of always, when I get back into chess, I just lose interest. I don't know why. Speedrun for myself? Okay. The personal best of 50 minutes in Hollow Knight. I don't know what the record is at right now in Hollow Knight, but I assume that's very good. We're off by like, I think it's 3 frames overall on original Mario. Yeah, it's something ridiculously, a ridiculously short time. And it's fascinating to see that somehow they managed to beat the record. Where usually you have so many videos on YouTube like, oh yeah, that's never gonna be beaten, and then someone beats it. I was gonna post it, but I lost the file. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Terraria's Peak. I never played Terraria, but would definitely. I never saw a speedrun of Terraria. I do have to check that one out. I used to have 11k on Terraria. Also, I have a first place trophy in chess. I'm epic. You have a first place trophy in chess. Okay, like some random... Like what elo? How many elo do you have? That is more of an indicator to how good you are in chess. Wanna even know something? My brother was selling these stuff before because he just wanted some money. He told me that was literally that was left after the sale. I don't know how Heart Gold nor Soul Silver got sold. Yeah, those go, like, they are very coveted. I mean, cousin? Okay, yeah. Actually, sure, I'm calling my cousin brother, why not? If you're close enough, well, sure, that's a nice thing. Had the black pieces, my strategies consist of being better than the other person. Yeah, well, I think that is the best strategy, isn't it? You make music? What kind of music do you make? Jokes aside though, I played an Italian opening and I just play very conservatively, defensively, and it usually works out. What's the Italian opening again? My memory is hazy on that. World record for any percent in Hollow Knight is like 28 minutes. Wow, okay. Getting close, but after I lost the file, I lost the will to keep speedrunning. Yeah, and I mean speedrunning, you have to play the game over and over and over and over and over again. Oh, you did a competition and you won. Oh, you sing as well? Or is it rapping? Because you say you're waiting for a new microphone. America. I was wondering why isn't Animator America posting? Yeah, as you can see, I inspected Duke. This is very random, but that's how I like it. Come on, I want a shiny. Don't remember my elo. I haven't played in quite a while, nor have I checked in a while. You're a samurai and not an animator? Also make music, but I haven't done anything recently. Like, what kind of music did you use to make? I mainly make jazz, swing, jazz, alt pop, and some other things. Okay. Oh, you're now in Japan posting. French just said in a little trio, we are the R-word trio. I'm so proud. What a trio. Come on, please. Please let this be the one. I've gotten it offline. Why can't I just get it while live? Very strange. Really strange indeed. Even with calibrating, it doesn't seem to work. I just have to get the timing correctly twice. Guys, convince my girlfriend matching PFPs. Good. Pleading face. Yeah, change your PFP to a Latias. That would be cute. Japamica. I always find it funny that Japan and the US have a obsession with baseball. And to my knowledge at least, there's not a lot of countries that obsess that much over baseball. Italian is e5, e5, nf3, nf6, bc4, bc5, c3, nf6, d3, d6. Ah, okay, that thing. Okay. Oh, jeez. It's been a long while. It's a standard opening. Send a pic of the other half of my PFP. There's a pic of my old dog. Can barely recognize it because the PFPs here in the chat are so really itsy bitsy small. There's technically more. Didn't even get that far because the guy decided to start playing his own stuff. Yeah, sometimes while playing chess you see that the opening that you've done isn't really the most ideal path to take, so you have to abandon that pretty quickly. At least that came from my experience, and I mean, I'm not a good chess player, as in, I know how the rules work, but that's it. I don't have that much experience with chess. I would definitely get my butt handed to me if I entered a tournament, I'm pretty sure. This is a soft resetting patient stream, no RNG abuse. Well, I am RNG abusing. Change the title, bro. I mean, I can calibrate, but I did that before and nothing... It just was not helpful at all. I was very inconsistent. That just happened. And as you can see, if you flee from the battle, the Voltorb is done. And it's gone. Does anyone here use FL Studio? And if you do you know any good tutorials how to learn how to use it? I have used Fruity Loops Studio over 10 years ago, but that was really amateurish. Right, enjoy your nap, Arch. The new title needs to be Random Talking Simulator. That needs to be the title of every single stream I do. Don't want to keep composing music to MuseScore. Unfortunately, I don't know any good Fruity Loops Studio tutorials, but it's a good program to use and it's free. It's still free, right? It used to be free. There was no shiny for 9 hours. Change the title, man. I'm so sorry about stripping you off of your RNG abuse license. I'm sorry, officer. My RNG license has been revoked. What do I do now? I'm doing it illegally. The funny thing is, I did it without calibration offline and then I got it. My peak elo was around 1060, which is intermediate level, although I'm around 950 right now. Like, what do the chess masters, what was their elo again? Stop. Nah. I'm doing it illegally. ACAB. Sorry, animator, but ACAB. You have to arrest me. I mean, all the previous streams, I've done it with calibration, but to no avail. I can calibrate, sure. You're violating the law. Don't make me send fictional Japanese armies. Send them. Send them all. I have fictional creatures that can save me. Tell my girlfriend to wake me up when she wants to match on Discord. 37 decades. Well, because the officer animator told me to calibrate, I can definitely go ahead and calibrate, and then hopefully I'll get my RNG license back, right? Chess masters have an elo about above 2000. Ah! Alright, no, you don't have dig. And I need my escape rope. I'm calling my worst nemesis Joe Mama. Oh, you got me. You know what? Your own animator? And I'm telling you this. The game. Yeah, what do you say about that, huh? You just lost it. Right, I got a Ernst one, which is serious. Why so serious? Serious. And well, let's check for the hidden power. And then I've done my RNG manipulation. Thought I just heard a tornado siren again. Oh, actually, I mean, you maybe don't know this, Inspector Duke, but I am from Luxembourg, a very small country in Europe, and usually we never had tornadoes, ever. And today, a tornado was spotted again in Luxembourg, which is baffling. I mean, I know why it happens, but real masses have around 2,700 to 2,800. That's what I saw in one. What was his the Russian guy's name again? One of 2,700 something. Calling the whole damn army of myself. Could never hope to reach their level, although I could definitely get up to 2,000. Yeah, they are playing at a skill that is very advanced. There's a siren going off. Oh boy. Yeah, 2 tornadoes this month. Wow. Okay, hidden power seems to be psychic. Let's put initial advances to 3,000. Hit generate, and then let's see what I got. So it has to be psychic. And you got the ability 1. Alright, let's see, which frame did I hit? I wouldn't know just by checking. I have to check the IVs. So I hit the IV calculator. Pokemon. Let's see. Right, it's a Voltorb. And it's generation 3. It is a serious nature. That's a neutral one. Hidden power psychic. Level 25. And you have 59 HP, 25 attack, 35 defense, 34 special attack, 36 special defense, and 55 speed. Calculate. Right, so the speed has to be 0 or 2. And the... okay, it's this one. So that this is the frame that I've hit. Frame hit, update, there we go. Let's see. Why that many frames off? How come? You're gonna voice Kaiser Karmazin? Oh boy. To join me and rebel. I don't know what's going on. Just random things, Inspector Duke. That's pretty normal for my streams. Yesterday we had accusations of some chatter being a vampire. Vladimir Kramnik, yeah, that's the guy. He's one of the all-time greats, yeah. I have a book from him about strategies, and it also goes into game theory, and no, not the YouTube thing, but game theory as in mathematical game theory. That's a very good book. I definitely recommend it. At least, if I remember correctly, it's from him. 2 last month? Well, aren't you American? That's usually where a lot of tornadoes form. Gonna attack and rebel. Oh boy. With absolutely dumb jokes in America. Well, you don't need to rebel to do that. You're already doing it, so... right next to you. Oh, you'll join. Oh boy. A rebel base is building. I don't know what to do. Even though I'm not like a tyrant or anything. Or reference to Matthew Patrick of the Game Theorists. I don't know about you, but I never liked his videos. His videos are really contrived, and I mean, they basically come across as insane guessings and conspiracy theories more than anything coherent. I don't know how he got so famous, but I never liked his videos. Especially his son's nest, that's just completely nuts. Hedgehogs, eh? But yeah, what about that tornado, Inspector Duke, being so close? That is scary? Or was it a small tornado? My plan? Good question. I think it's debatable that you're a tyrant. It's debatable that I'm a tyrant. Not a good tyrant then, I guess. Don't have the Sigma grind set, as you said. Hidden power is grass, okay. I didn't even check your nature yet. As a kid, I loved them. When I grew up half a brain, I realized he was just making stuff up. I see. Hasty, Hustic. Alright, and you have static, that's ability 1, generate. Right, and then, I mean, there's multiple that could come into question, so I have to do the IV calculations again, which I do on maryland.com/tool/IV-calculator/. That's where I do it. No, you don't see it right now, but that's the website that I use. Calculate. Okay, so I forgot to put hasty as a and it's not psychic, it's grass. Special defense has to be 1. Okay, then it's pretty clear it's this one. See, that's actually not too far from the target. But wait, let me do that again. Not that Ian Timer does stupid things again. Oops, no. Update. There we go. 2, 3. Hopefully that will work out. I don't have a plan. Everything has Pokerus. That's nothing special. It got Pokerus from my Pokemon, see? Okay, that one is cured, but this one, they all have Pokerus. Since the internal battery has run dry, they're gonna have Pokerus forever, and that's why a lot of new Pokemon that I catch tend to also have Pokerus already. There's a Hollow Knight theory where it's literally all wrong. Like, community members know the lore and it's very clear he did no research. It's okay, Animator. Almost everything has Pokerus. That's... I don't think it got Pokerus as in new, freshly gotten. It just got infected while I caught it. That's definitely what happened. And still no shiny. Ah. So reset this. And also a Master Ball at it, which is funny to see, but kind of painful as well. I don't think he's gonna... I think you're gonna have to come up with a plan yourself, Animator. Rebel Ball. Gonna kick Kaiser if he doesn't plan to rebel. Well, that was a very short-lived rebellion phase. It was pretty funny when Mossback lead Hollow Knight lore expert made a reaction to his theory and called his BS out. Okay, that's had to be pretty embarrassing, wasn't it? My plan is to take down the tyrant is be nice. Oh no, that's my weakness. Don't do that, please don't. Wink wink, don't. Spam America. Distract me. Send 5 militia tanks at her door. That's a bit much. They're gonna be stuck in Luxembourgish traffic though, so maybe not a good idea. Our road planning is crap, so when they arrive, I'm gone. Okay, America. Oh, hey there, Oddish. I'll just say furry thinks it'll work. Oh, we have furries in the chat as well. Yeah, it's just the most random thing sometimes. I've also had some German guy just show up and talk about car models. And I mean, sure, why not? He sent the tanks. Alright, so keine Wirkung means it's immune, so it has to be ghost. And you got paralyzed, so I know that you have the ability 1. Can you stop? Can you please stop? Thanks. Alright, what nature do you have? Look on, I think that's lax. Lax. Generate. Very weird. Let me check. Maybe lax isn't the right one. Sometimes these translations are not that accurate. No, it is no, it's not. That's lush, okay. So that's relaxed then, alright. Relaxed. It's a relaxed one. Doesn't look relaxed to me if you ask me, but they all look like they're really angry. Alright, so which frame did I got? I can't really tell by looking alone. So, gotta do the calculations again. 59, 25, 36, so your defense stats is definitely better. 37, 32, and 54. And you are relaxed, and you have hidden power ghost. Calculate. Special defense of 0, oh that sucks. So it has to be this one. This is the frame that I've actually hit. See, Animator, I just keep getting very inconsistent results and I don't know why. I need to sleep, goddammit. Freaking good night. Alright, good night, Animator. I don't want to keep you up. If you need sleep, then go ahead. We should talk about guns. We talked about guns before. Do you like guns, Inspector Duke? Do you have gun lore? Okay, hang on. Maybe I'll do it without the delay here. If I do calibrate. So this is the frame that I've hit without the calibration. We can rebel next stream. I promise to try better. Just sleep in your mind. Yeah, that's gonna work, right? I'm just gonna, if I have a fatal disease, like an incurable disease, I'm just gonna get healthy in my mind. That's gonna work. You've been shot twice? What? Really? Okay, I'll just restart it without the calibration and without the delay. And then I'm gonna calibrate again. Just to be as accurate as possible. Hopefully I'll get it soon. It's really annoying. So, reset these. Oh no, why did I do that? Just pressed A a bit too much. Alright, clumsy me. Oh wait, I don't want that frame. I want Any... There we go. That is the frame that I want, is 3656. Alright. I don't think that being shot is fun. That has to hurt a lot. How did that happen though, Inspector Duke? There's a story behind that, so please spill the tea, sis. Don't mean to brag, but I think we might already be taking Yana down with the rebellion. It's already starting. It all changed when the the Tank Nation attacked. There's a rebellion and I don't even know why. Like, do people need to rebel against me? I haven't really set anything in place yet, so... Get on my PC in a sec and explain better. Alright. Alright. But, jeez. Getting shot twice? Not just once, but twice? Right, let's see. That's not gonna be a shiny at all. Yeah, of course not. And then I'm gonna catch it with a Master Ball, because that is the fastest way. And then let's use calibration. I know Animator is now sleeping, but let's do it in honor of his rebellion. Dot. Right, you are what? You have you're quirky. Codesick is quirky. Quirky, and you have the ability 0. And your IVs, I mean, I can already type these in. 58. No, I said 58, no, 21. 33. 33, okay, funny. 61. Alright, it does give me a large range, but I definitely gonna need to still teach it hidden power just to see the type. It will definitely make the calculation and the calibration easier. And since I yet have to catch the stationary Kecleon... Oh wait, what am I doing? I still need the bag. There we go. Get ready, when I take over and proclaim myself God Emperor of the streams, I'll be called Finite Multiverse. Or Finite Microverse. Guys, if you use a Master Ball on a Pokemon in the trainer battle, does it work? No, it doesn't work. Even with a Master Ball. And I don't recommend doing this because in some games you will lose the ball that you used against a trainer's Pokemon. So that's a very stupid way of losing your one and only Master Ball. The reason why I have multiple is just because I use the cloning glitch in Emerald to get more. Alright, let's see what this baby has in store for us. And okay, it hits electric. Jeez, imagine being an electric type and having electric as your hidden power. Alright, I think this is a clear-cut case where 800... Okay, so it's 24... Yeah, that is the electric. I'll still use it in my calculations to see. Okay, special defense is 3 or 5. Yeah, it's definitely this frame that I've hit. That's a... Let's reset the parameters. I'm planning to do a Pokemon challenge where I only use Ghost and Psychic and Dark type Pokemon run. Ah, okay, so the spiritual trifecta, as I always call them. Ghost, Psychic, and Dark, they're kind of a trio in that way, at least in my mind. Never officially, I think, but... in what game are you gonna do it, Amit? Like in Emerald again, or in another game? Because in Emerald, there's a lot of good Psychic type rolls. You can use rolls, and Dark types, you also have a choice of multiple Dark types. Absol, for example. What else? Ghost, you can have Shuppet or Duskull. Alright, let's see. No, of course not. Jeez, why is Voltorb the hardest? I just don't want to believe that Voltorb is the RNG shiny hunt that gives me trouble. It just doesn't want to cross my mind. It's just... why? Ruby or Sapphire? I see, I see. I mean, obviously we need to rebel against you. Yeah, I'm a terrible dictator. Okay, solo, that's lonely. Lonely, lonely, lonely. And you have the ability 0. Alright, I'll already type the IVs in. As an American, I think about these threats of rebellion so seriously that I don't even know why we would, or are we rebelling? Okay. With your guns, right? You're gonna come with the guns. Can I please change this? Thank you. 33, 32, 37, 55. And you are not quirky, you're lonely. Calculate. Alright, the special attack is either 0 or 1. Did I generate? No, I didn't hit generate. Alright, let's check. 0 or 1 might be this one, but I have to confirm it with the hidden power just to be sure. I mean, yeah, that's why I don't... I mean, yeah, calibrating sometimes makes it easier, but sometimes I feel like I'm wasting time with it. Especially with this. I don't know why I keep missing the frame. It's really weird. And I get very inconsistent results with the calibration. But why Voltorb of all Pokemon? It just baffles me. I don't remember how Amablissy did it, if he even did reset for those. I think he didn't. He just got the wild ones that can appear. I don't think he did the stationary one. Stream went from deep political discussion to real quick, yeah. It really depends on which chatter is there. Some just bring that with them. But we're having fun, so there's that. I just hope Alex is okay. Alright, let's see. The truth will be revealed soon. Alright, so what will your hidden power be? Gushed. That's rock. Okay, so the special attack, was it? Or was it special... Hidden power rock. Calculate. And it's lonely. Special attack is 1. Okay, that's pretty bad. I think it's that one. Yeah, it's that one. How far was I off? Not too far. But why do I keep missing? It's just... why? I really didn't think that the RNG hunt that I'm gonna have most problems with would be Voltorb. Yeah, I also worry about him a lot, especially given his situation he's right now. Hopefully he's alright. I do wonder where James is though. I did remember, I think that he would be able to join. Well, maybe not. He is working, and after work he's usually very, very tired. Sometimes he just crashes into bed. And I mean, if you work retail, I definitely understand that. Alright, 5 seconds remaining. So the chat was full of SIT posting and now it's pretty quiet. Still no shiny. How come? That is so weird. It really baffles me. Thanks to typo, there's now a Kribby character called Maybe. Wanted this out there, throw this out there for the Kirby fans in here, or Kribby fans. Let's use the escape rope to get out of there. And then let's teach it hidden power. Well, you know the process, right? Kribby tries to learn hidden power. Let's swap them. And let's check. Yeah, it did throw me off for a second. I was huh? What's he trying to say? But then I thought to myself, well, I think he means throw. I don't like autocorrect. It really annoys me. Makes me nervous. Usually doesn't work as intended. Let's see. Dragon type, alright. Hidden power dragon. And what nature do we have? Fresh, which is naughty, yeah, that's what it is. Naughty, naughty, where are you? There you are. And you have ability 1, not 0. Right. There's one single one that could fit that. Let's see if that is the case. I'll still do the IV check. So 62, 24, 36, 36, 30 and 57. And you're naughty, and your hidden power is dragon. Calculate. Okay, so your speed is either 9 or 11. 9 or 11. Okay, it has to be this one. But see, I'm getting wildly different results again. Why does this keep happening? I just don't understand. I really have a hard time understanding why that keeps happening. Something is advancing frames, but I don't know what. I might actually contact I'm Melissy for that, because that is just so weird. I think the last hour I'm not gonna do the calibration. Wait, you are missing an episode between the current one being written and the Cripple Star episode of... You want to read that one? Yeah, I need to read that one then. You can send it the link on Discord if you like. This is kind of annoying me right now, that I just keep missing the frames and I don't understand why. Come on, please be it. And no, of course not. Why the Voltorb though? Why? Might actually have to try the why not one first. And then the Kecleon and then get back to the Voltorb. I actually, it's just so weird. Oh, you send it to me soon? Alright. That's always funny. The crippled star. As I already mentioned before, YouTube poop definitely ruined my humor. Alright. Swap you and let's fly to the Kecleon. Just you wait. Me and Lucas, Kribby co-creator, are really cooking you something crazy right now. I'm all for it. I'm definitely all for it. Okay, let's see. Where does this take me? What hidden power do I get? Psychic again. Alright. There it is. And you have Lärmschutz, which is 0. Alright. And you are serious? Didn't I already hit that frame? So I'm precise enough to hit a frame multiple times, but I'm not precise enough to get the shiny. Alright, that makes a lot of sense. So I assume the... Jeez. So weird. This is definitely baffling me. Never had this happen to me. And I've been RNG manipulating for a couple of years now. Or at least, yeah, 2 years at this point. I did it a long time, or a year before I started streaming it. Psychic serious, and your speed is 16 or 18. Okay, so it has to be this one. See, that's like so low. What is going on? It's so weird. I just don't understand it. And I get different... Oh, weird. I really don't understand what's going on. I don't know if that's a problem on my end. Or maybe this RNG is just very difficult to pull off. Just like the Rock Smash RNG, which is just really tedious. I don't know if maybe the Voltorb one is just really inconsistent. Well, let's see, we're not done yet. But this is so strange. Really baffled. After this, I might actually contact Blissey and ask why the heck this is not working. Has to be some reason behind it. Or am I just that bad? Just can't be. I got it offline. Still nothing. Very strange. I have zero explanations for this. Tried looking it up, but to no avail, unfortunately. I just don't get it. I'm definitely have to investigate. That really sounds like something very terrible has happened. But I'll definitely look into this more. Should I not get it tonight? So I'll check it. I did everything correctly. Okay, you are Masic and Masic is modest. That is a perfect translation. You have ability 1. Generate. Alright, there's already multiple. Well, let's see what the hidden power type is before we draw any conclusions. Fire. Hidden power fire, alright. Seems like this is the only option. Or this one. Let's see. I still have to check the IVs again. Of god dang. Alright, that's 62. Okay, hidden power fire, modest. 22, 36, 35, 33, and 57. Calculate. Special attack 0. Wow, imagine your IVs of... imagine having a nature that favors special attack just to have 0 as an IV. That must be really bad. So, very unfortunate Voltorb there. But again, I get very inconsistent results. Very strange. Can't find anything on the internet about this either. Right, 5 seconds till the truth comes out. Please, please. Nah. Okay, this is gonna be the last calibration I'm gonna go do tonight, because even calibration somehow doesn't help me in this case. No idea why. I'm really baffled. Alright. Okay. So, let's see. What kind of... Serious again? Is it a serious one with the hidden power psychic again? Because if that is the case, then Jesus, this game is trolling me really hard. Ability 0. Now let's already calculate your IVs. Why not? 50, 60. These do seem familiar. Guys, I think I hit the same frame again. This is a joke. Why? Why do I hit these frames very consistently, but it's the non-shiny frames? That makes no sense. Okay, so the HP and defense are not that good. Let's see if I have a corresponding frame. HP, no, 6. No, that should be hidden power ground. Let's see if that is the case indeed. I haven't taught it that yet. No, I need to do that first. Oh jeez. I'm just at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. This is ridiculous. Let's see. Is it hidden power ground? No, it's psychic. Oh my god. Did I just hit the same frame again? What is happening? Why is this keep happening? What the hell? Wasn't too far off either. This is very strange. Okay, after... If this one doesn't do it, then I will definitely start with the calibrations for now. I'll use the delay of 85 again. Because this is really getting ridiculous. Oh no, not any. There we go. So this frame. This is definitely the weirdest thing that ever happened to me during RNG manipulation. Or just with RNG manipulation in general. Please be it, please. Please, 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 no. Ah, this is driving me nuts. Alright, let's do it like that. Or maybe go for the square one. Oh, let's go for the square one. I don't know what to say, honestly. I'm gonna close the calculator thing. Why Voltorb? Out of all the RNG manipulations, why Voltorb being so inconsistent? I just don't get it. I can't say anything else other than I don't get it. What a weird thing. I think I might have to head into Oblissy's Discord or something, his community, and ask around. This is very strange. I mean, I do know that I can get it, as I said before, and as I posted in the Discord server, I did manage to get it offline. So let's see if this is it. Probably not. No, of course not. Very strange. The chat has been quiet for a while. I'm kinda doubting that I'll get it tonight. It's already been 3 hours and no shiny has popped up yet. Jeez, how many shiny Voltorb hunts do I need to do before I get one? Sent you the link on Discord. Thank you. I'll read it tomorrow. Usually after I'm done streaming, I'll usually go to bed immediately afterwards. There are 2 episodes there: the episode before the one you read, and the episode after. All right. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. One before the one you read is the one where Kribby actually explore Cripple Star. It's funny. If you don't get the shiny, that means I'll lose my 5 Yana bucks. I'll refund you. I'll just send them to you, because Yana bucks are basically not worth anything. So you can, it's legal to send them via letter, so that should be good. You can buy in gift or joke shops. You can actually buy euro bills that say €0, which is weird because, well, you have to buy them, but aren't they worth nothing? It is funny though. I saw them at Luxembourg, the capital. So I know the capital of Luxembourg is also called Luxembourg, which is kind of strange. So you always have to specify Luxembourg City. Please be it, please. No. I mean, it's still possible that I get them all. Maybe I'll magically become better at this within the last hour of the stream. What a weird mystery this is. Never gonna look at shiny Voltorb the same way again. Right. Let's see, this felt like it was a good timing, but feeling, yeah, well, it's not. Jeez, right? Very strange. Whoa, who's texting me now? At this late hour? And why always when I'm streaming? Very strange that that is just a kind of like Murphy's Law, but not really. It's, I don't know how you would call that law, but it's the, are you streaming or in a call or doing something, then you get all the calls and text messages. And if you're free to do anything you'd like, no one is texting or calling you. Right, 10 seconds. Let's see. I don't think that this is gonna be it, but I have no choice but to try. Let's see. Come on, please. No. What is it with this? Well, the chat really did go suddenly silent. Yeah, definitely. There's you and my hubby now being here. I mean, I originally planned to stream for about 4 hours. Well, let's see. I can still go on. Maybe some people will drop in later. If not, I can maybe. I mean, that's up to you. I can maybe stop early. I am definitely getting tired now, but still no shiny. Driving me insane. But yeah, according to my analytics, Thursday evening is not where most people or most of my viewers are online. Have you also seen the shorts that I uploaded, Kaiser Kamazin, or are you only there for the streams, which is fair? Well, let's see where this goes. Maybe I'll quit at 3 hours and 30 minutes. Right now we are at 3 hours and 14 minutes, or now 15. Still no shiny. I just can't believe it. Oh, you do see the shorts? Okay. I mean, I will definitely do other shorts as well in the future. YouTube doesn't tell me when you post them, so I rarely see them. Yeah, that's very weird. There's multiple viewers of mine who come forward and told me that they didn't get any notification. Very strange. I watch most of them. That's kind of you. Thanks. If everything goes to plan, I'll be monetized by this year, hopefully. And then at least I'll have that. Still looking for a job, still didn't get hired. The economy is really bad right now. But I consider myself lucky. I have family that supports me, and I could always fall back on them. Okay. Jeez. I don't know why this just randomly got into my head, but next time I'm going to Italy, there's a place I know where you can rent a Ferrari for a day or multiple days. And I'm gonna try it once. I mean, I'm not gonna speed because, well, no. I'll definitely abide by the speed laws, but it's just to drive that thing once, just to see how it feels. Hope you're able to find a job soon. Thank you, Kaiser Karmazin. I hope so as well. Hopefully this year, but, well, let's see. Also for my husband, he's also looking for a job. Trust me when I say the economy is no better over here. Yeah, I believe you. Took me a while to get a job this summer. Yeah, really quiet now. That music is kind of getting not annoying, but I think I'm gonna hear this music, this theme in my dreams tonight. Definitely. And then as the universe has a very twisted sense of humor, it's probably gonna happen that I'm gonna dream about getting a shiny in my dreams. Yeah, thanks Kaiser Karmazin, but the thing is, his degree is specifically it's a Bachelor of Arts in animation, and the jobs for that are very limited. I believe in you both, thanks. Well, in Luxembourg, you know, it's not talent that gets you ahead, unfortunately. It's knowing the right people, and that sucks. Like, that's one of the things that I dislike most about my mother country, like my home. It's really extreme, actually. Love how when I need my phone to fix a typo it doesn't, but when I type it out a word perfectly it decides to correct it. Yeah, that's autocorrect for you, isn't it? That's why I don't use it. It just makes me so nervous because it never works. Yeah, I think I might actually do the stream for 10 more minutes, and I mean I did plan on doing it for 4 hours, but I am starting to become a bit tired. So let's see where this takes me. Oh, I forgot I was going to mention this before I fell asleep, but I had another experience where I heard video game sounds after playing a game for long periods of time. Oh no, that is... Yeah, isn't that really horrible? I mean, I really don't like that happening. Hopefully this is not gonna happen to me now, but I don't think... I mean, 4 hours or 3 hours of gameplay was never... That one was never enough for me to hallucinate the game sounds or the music. When I did, it was really me playing for 6 hours or more. Which I do not recommend. Don't do it, it's not good for you. You should definitely move your legs more. Art degrees are sadly very variable with whether or not they can land someone a job. It's disappointing. Yeah, not only does he have an art degree, which already is hard enough, but he has a very specific art degree. To be fair, he's very talented. I think I'll ask him to post some of his art on the creative channel on my Discord. But he can really do a lot of things. He's not just a good character designer, he's also a good writer. He knows cinematography very well. He understands film language. He has a very intricate understanding on how media works or how stories convey information. It's a shame, you know, that people like him don't get a job, and then nobody gets to have a state-sponsored TV show on Luxembourgish television, and it's not good. And it's just... that frustrates me. Everyone deserves to have a job they enjoy, but it seems like we can't always have that. Well, yeah, but I do think that it was definitely possible. Not every one of us needs to be working, if we're honest. We could all be working less and still... We're very... I mean, the workers have... Okay, my brain just shut down for some reason. If you took commissions, it would do it if I had the money. Yeah, he's actually taking commissions, but he doesn't have that many people asking him, unfortunately. You know, you need to make yourself a name on the internet first. It's unfortunate. But he thought about, you know, doing furry art, even though we're not furries. But the furry artists that I know, they're making some serious money. They're making some serious cash, and furries have a lot of money. A lot of them, not all of them, but yeah, seems to be very lucrative. If either you or him could send me information for Discord, I'd have a look. Alright, unfortunately his Adobe card thing, his portfolio is offline now, but I'll definitely ask him to post more of his art in the Discord. Alright, honestly, I mean, it's now just him and you Kaiser Karmazin in the stream. I am pretty tired. I don't think this is working, unfortunately. I'll try to get to the bottom of this, why I keep missing the frames. Very strange, but as always, thank you guys so much for being part of the stream. I don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow. That is still not certain, but I'll let you know. So as always, thank you so much for being part of the stream. Have a good one, goodbye, and good night.